Hey, what's up, high levelers? In this video, we're going to talk about the page view or page visitor trigger inside of GoHighLevel. So first things first, let's talk about how this works, and then I'll show you how to set it up as well as a few use cases where it can be really helpful. So the way it works is, for example, we have this funnel link right here. Imagine if somebody visits this page. So this is a page for booking a call. Now somebody visits this, but they do not book a call. Now, imagine if you were able to target this lead and follow up with them that, hey, you took interest in booking a call with us. So what happened? Do you have any questions? So you can answer those questions to get that person in. Now, that's exactly what the page view trigger does. So it can actually track if a lead actually visited this page, and then you can build a workflow on top of that and send them certain emails or SMS or different actions that you can take to nurture that lead further. Now, one important thing to note here is that you can only target this lead once their data exists within this funnel. The way that works is that the lead initially visited the opt-in page, filled out the forms, and now you have their data. And from that point on, if they visit any page like booking a call or a thank you page, or maybe if you have more steps, you can easily track if they visited this page. And then if you add in some conditions and a few actions, you can actually determine their behavior and then target them based on that. So let's talk about how you can set it up so we can get some more clarity. Of course, you have to head over to automations and then click on create workflow. We're going to build one from scratch. Now in the trigger, you're going to search for page, and you will see under events, we have a funnel/website page view. Now, as soon as you select that, we'll have to add in a few filters. We're going to start with the most important filter right here, which is going to be where I choose the funnel or the website. So I'm going to select this one right here. And then we have to add in a second filter. So here you will have a bunch of options starting from page path. You can also target people based on UTM parameters. So if you choose a page, you can actually select that if they visited, let's say this page or maybe this page, you can actually select multiple pages and then take action. If you don't want to use a page, you can also use a page path, which actually allows you to select the path which comes after your domain, like /, and then you can choose any one of these. And similarly, you can also target based on UTM parameters. You'll just have to ensure that you type in the right keywords here so that you can actually track the leads that are visiting your web pages. So now I'm going to share some use cases or examples with you where it can be really helpful. So starting with number one, this is a basic or classic lead nurturing example. Let's say we have a marketing service funnel and we have a page for booking a sales call. Now, as you know, a lot of leads will end up on this page, but not a lot of them will actually move forward with booking the call. So this is a classic way of using this page view trigger. Once we have the funnel or the website selected and we have the page selected as well, what you can do is add in a wait time. This is what I like to do because I want to give the lead some time, because sometimes they're making up their mind and it just takes like a minute or two to decide. So you can add in a wait step, and then you can add in a condition to check, like, let's say if after 5 minutes they have visited the page, have they booked the appointment yet or not? So the way you can do that is just put an if-else condition and then base it off of tags. Now in my account, I have a workflow where anybody who books an appointment gets tagged with this. So I know that if somebody has this tag, they will definitely have booked an appointment. So you can actually put a condition on that, and then you will have two paths. So one is they booked the appointment after 5 minutes of visiting the sales call page. If they have done that, perfect, you can remove them from workflow. But if they did not book, then you can follow up with them and then say, hey, did you have some questions? You can follow up with the SMS. And this is going to be pretty instant and smart. And again, I just showed it from the perspective of a marketing service funnel, but of course, this can go across multiple local businesses as well, like let's say for chiropractors or for home service businesses. So you can actually replicate this model for any kind of service like that. Now, talking about my second example, you can actually replicate this model for a coaching business. So let's say you have a coaching business and you have multiple plans listed on your homepage of your website, and you want people to buy that, of course. Now, what you can do is, again, put in a timer there so you give people time to process the information you have on your website, and then put in a condition where you can actually check if they actually subscribe to your plans or not. Again, this logic will depend on what tags or stuff you put in when somebody purchases any of your plans or does the one-step or two-step order checkout. So I actually like to use tags so that I can know at any given time who has bought the course, who has not. So based on that, I've again put in a condition here. So if they have paid for a course, perfect, I'm going to remove them from the workflow. But if they have not, I add them to another workflow, which is basically a drip sequence. So that way I can start nurturing them and convert as much leads as possible. This same model can easily work for your e-commerce website in GoHighLevel as well. Now, the last and most interesting example I have for you is where we have somebody checking out the contact us page of your website. So let's say you have a website visited in GoHighLevel. somebody's checking out your contact us page, you already have their information from the home page or a pop-up banner. Now, what you can do is you can wait for some time because, of course, if they're visiting your contact us page, they're trying to reach out to you. So you can minimize the wait time here, but then you can actually initiate a call. Now, this will make your business or your support staff really proactive because if somebody's trying to reach out to you and you reach out to them first and at the same time, it's going to surprise them and in a good way. And that way you can actually steer the conversation in a very positive direction. So what we can do here is we can initiate a call. We can add in a call whisper so that when it calls the user that's listed or assigned to the lead, they know what's going on. So whatever you have under call whisper, this is what it will read out to your user or to your team staff. So it says you have a new lead, wanted to connect with you, please press any key to talk to them right away. So once they press a key from their end, let's say I have Mark in my office. So it will call Mark and say we have a lead. So Mark will press 1 and then it will initiate the call to the lead. Now just imagine what it will do for your business if you're able to reach out to your customers first and at the best time available. So this can be really helpful for your sales teams or maybe your customer support. And in many ways possible, this can be a very good approach to answer the questions for your leads and then turn them into loyal customers. Now, I just want to show you one quick test so we can see this thing in action. So as I showed in the first example that I had this workflow, we're basing the page view on the sales call page. So what I'll do is I'll copy the link for this page right here, and I'm going to open it in incognito mode right here. So you'll notice that I visited this page directly, and this funnel does not have any data on me because it's in incognito window right now. So this funnel would not have any clue who's visiting the website. And that's exactly why I wanted to show you the difference. So if I go to the execution logs right here, you will see that no activity is happening. These are the old tests that I was doing. So nothing's actually happening right here. And that's where the point I made earlier comes in, which I talked about, that the funnel needs data, and the way you can get that is that you have an opt-in page. So if I visit this funnel in a correct order, I'll open this page here, or the lead will actually interface with this page. So I've just added my details and I'm going to move to the next step. Now you'll see that the sales call page or the book call page has opened up. Now, if I go back to the workflow again and hit refresh under the execution logs, you will see that now I have entered the workflow. And in just a few minutes, it will actually move along to the next steps because we have that wait step right here. You can see that we have that contact here now. So that's why I wanted to show you this, because it's really important that you have the data in the first step. So if we have opt-in pages, it's really good because once the lead opts in, you'll have that data. And if they visit any page further down the road, you can actually use this trigger, target them in a very smart way, and then increase your lead conversion rate all day long. All right, so that was all about this video. I hope this helped you understand the page view trigger. Do check it out and test it in GoHighLevel.